Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. So, welcome folks to the International Baseball Centre in Ashbourne. We've got a double header here today between your home team Ashbourne Giants and the Dublin City Hurricanes. It's in the A League of the Irish League. First pitch in just a moment. Defensively for the Giants in left field we have Phelim Deering. Centre field is David Lynn. Miguel Asensao in right field. At first base Fionn Gallagher Hall. Second base Aidan Hines. Ronan Pruskowski at shortstop and Miguel Moreno at third base. Behind the dish is Damian Pruskowski and on the mound Patrick Mitchell. And we're about ready to go. Leading off for the Hurricanes is going to be the shortstop, Manrique Zuniga. First pitch from Mitchell, down and away for ball one. Zuniga shows bunt but takes. Again it's ball. And that one also misses down and away. So slow start for Mitchell. That's going to have to try to fight his way back here. And catches the outside corner with that fastball. 3 balls and a strike now on Zuniga. And payoff pitch lifted down the right field line, but that is going to drift just foul. And Zuniga's going to have to return and do it again. And Zuniga a little late on that one again, drifting down the foul line and out of play. Still full count. And that one outside for ball 4, so Zuniga is aboard with a lead-off walk. That's going to bring up the center fielder, Jair Palomera. And a quick check over at first base, but Zuniga's back in standing. And Mitchell goes right at him there with the fastball for a called strike. Quick check again on Zuniga, but back in standing. And that one misses up. Fastball right down Broadway there, swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Palomera. And there goes Zuniga. Breaking ball is fouled away and out of play. Zuniga will have to return to first base. Another quick check, but safe. And that one gets away back to the backstop. Zuniga's going to advance on the second base. And a swing and a miss there, and that's a strikeout on Palomera. 1 away now with Zuniga at second base. It's going to bring up the pitcher, Jose Martinez. goes right at Martinez that time, and his first pitch. Hakkinen fouls it back. Strike one. Mitchell just trying to keep Zuniga under control there at second base. And that fastball catches the outside corner for a called strike. 2 strikes now on Martinez. And goes with the breaking ball that time. This time is driven out into center field. That's going to get over the outfielder Lynn, and Martinez is into second base with an RBI double. So Hurricanes first ones to strike here, and the top of the first inning. That's going to bring up the third baseman, Erasmo Tristan. So runner still in scoring position here for Tristan, and there's one away. First pitch just misses off the outside corner. And that one gets under the glove of the second baseman. And it's going to bring Martinez around to third. He's going to hold on there. And Tristan is aboard on the air. That puts runners on the corners now with one out. Harvey Johnson, the left fielder, coming to the plate. And starts him off with a high fastball there that he swings through. Runner from first going to second unchallenged with the stolen base. And that one just missing off the outside corner. So 2 in scoring position now for Johnson. And he swings through that offering. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Johnson. And that one just misses down and away. It's going to even the count at 2-2. That one a little too high and doesn't tempt him. That's going to run the count full on Johnson. 2 in scoring position for him with 1 away. And that one right in there on the outside corner. And Johnson is retired looking, so that's 2 outs now. It's going to bring up the right fielder, Joseph Caballero. And that one high and inside goes to the backstop, but the runners hold where they're at. Ball 1. And that misses down and away. 2 balls and no strikes now. Oh, and misses. Quick check down at third base, but Martinez is back in safely. 3 balls and no strikes now. Count on Caballero. He's taking all the way on the 3-0 count, but that one catches the outside corner for a called strike. And that one in there also. Caballero didn't like it, but that's going to run the count full. And a swing and a miss at the high cheese, and Caballero goes down swinging, and Mitchell strikes out the side, but not before the Hurricanes strike, and they put 1 run up in the first. We'll go to the bottom of the first with the Giants coming up. Nice day for baseball here in Ashbourne after a couple of days of torrential rain, a big storm that came through, and all the games yesterday were rained out, but thankfully today we're okay to play. And defensively for the Hurricanes, we got Johnson in left field, Palomero in center, Caballero in right field. At first base is Grierson, Rivas at second, Zuniga at short, and Tristan at third. Calvo is the catcher, and on the hill, Jose Martinez. So leading off the bottom of the first for the Giants is going to be the center fielder, David Lynn. And the first pitch to Lynn is down for ball one. Lynn heading off next week to Illinois in the US to go and play baseball in college. And this one is fouled up and away and out of play. 1-1 the count on Lynn now. Lynn, one of 4 Irish Baseball Academy members, heading over to play college ball for next year. And breaking ball foul straight back. It's going to even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Lynn. Goes right at him there, and that one's fouled away also. And that one fouled away again. So good lead-off at bat here for Lynn, making Martinez work. Count remains at 2-2. And good take there, misses down and in. It's going to run the count full on Lynn. That one misses down and away. So a lead-off walk for Lynn on a 8-pitch at bat. He takes first base. And that's going to bring up the first baseman, Fionn Gallagher Hall. First offering high and tight there on Gallagher Hall for ball one. And Lynn going on the pitch, gets away from the catcher. He's going to be safely into second base. Two balls and no strikes now, the count on Gallagher Hall. Martinez floats a breaking ball in there for a called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Runner in scoring position for Gallagher Hall is David Lynn at second base. And that pitch is high. 3 balls and 1 strike. Breaking ball also misses there off the outside corner, and that's going to be another walk. So first 2 runners aboard here for the Giants. It's going to bring up the catcher, Damian Pruskowski. Martinez goes right at him here, was fouled away back to the screen. Giants chasing 1 run here as the Hurricanes got a run in the top of the first off a double from Martinez. 1-1 now, the count. And that one just misses in. 2 balls and a strike now on Pruskowski. And that one misses up, so Martinez struggling a little bit with his control here in the bottom of the first. He's walked the first 2 batters and now a 3-1 count. A swing and a miss there is going to take the count full. That one misses high, so Pruskowski also aboard with a walk. And that is going to load him up. Next up, the pitcher, Patrick Mitchell. And Mitchell will be heading back to the US in a couple of weeks to Penn State Greater Allegheny College in Pittsburgh for his sophomore year, having pitched there last year. And he jumps on the first one, lifts it deep down the left field line, but that is going to curl just foul. And that's strike 1. And grounder over to the third baseman is gloved, and they're going to get the force out at third, but the tying run comes across on the fielder's choice. It's going to bring up Miguel Moreno, the third baseman of the Giants. Runners on first and second base for him. And that first pitch catches the inside corner for a called strike. And swings at the breaking ball, but swings through it. So Moreno falling behind 0-2. He's got Mitchell on first base, Pruszkowski on second base, one away. And that one is foul tipped into the glove, so that's going to be a strikeout on Moreno. That's going to bring up the left fielder, Phelim Deering. 2 away now. Still runners on first and second. And Deering fouls the first pitch straight back for strike one. And there goes Pruszkowski on the pitch. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. He's going to get into third, standing up. Mitchell holds his ground at first base. Well, that's no balls and 2 strikes now on Deering. Runners at the corners now. Another nice breaking ball. Deering lays off it. That's just off the outside of the plate, according to home plate umpire Kevin Mitchell. There goes the runner from first, and a quick yank foul by Deering down the third base line. Mitchell's going to have to return to first. Runners at the corners now, and 2 away. And this ball's grounded over to Rivas at second, comes up, makes the throw, and Deering is retired. The run does not score. And that will be it for the Giants, but they strike back and they tie the game on the run scored by David Lynn off the fielder's choice from Patrick Mitchell, and that takes it to score to Hurricanes 1, Giants 1 after the first. Yeah, see, I think we're playing MLB rules, so it's different to the WBSC stuff they were doing last week. But so Mitchell with a lot of deep counts in the first inning, running his pitch count up. He needs to be a lot more efficient than that, or he's only going to last 4 or 5 innings here. So we start the top of the second. Rivas going to be the leadoff hitter for the Hurricanes. The score is 1-1 here in the top of the second. Mitchell going right at him there with a fastball and the heart of the plate for strike one. And breaking ball just misses there on the inside. 1-1. Fastball chipped off the plate, runs down to first base. It's going to be fair and handled by Gallagher Hall over at first base to retire Rivas unassisted. That's going to bring up Dave Grierson, the first baseman. And he swings and misses at the first pitch, a fastball. Mitchell going right at him again there. Fastball for a called strike. Seems a little more relaxed this inning. A check swing fouls that one away. Count remains at no balls and 2 strikes. And that one high for ball one. One ball and two strikes. A little hitch and fires. Swing and a miss for strike three. And Grierson is retired. That's two quick outs. For the Giants, that's going to bring up the bottom of the order hitter, the catcher Emilio Calvo. And a little brush off the plate there from Mitchell. Calvo gets down quickly to avoid being decapitated. Breaking ball misses now for ball two. And a fastball right on the black there for a called strike. And again for another called strike. Two balls and two strikes now to count. And that one is fouled away. Count remains 2-2. Little shower started here now in Ashbourne. Not too heavy just yet. And a nice breaking ball there, buckles the knees, and that is in there for a called strike. Calvo goes down swinging, and the Hurricanes are down 1-2-3 in the top of the second. The score remains 1-1, and we go to the bottom of the second. So lead-off hitter for the Giants in the bottom of the second is going to be Ronan Pruskowski. He played here in Ashbourne last week in the Under-18 European Championship Qualifiers tournament, playing for Poland, his team reached the final against Croatia. Played an excellent final game, but ultimately lost to the Croatians, who were the champions of the tournament. And Pruskowski takes the first pitch, down and in for ball one. And this one fouled away. Evens count at a ball and a strike. And that one misses high and tight. 2 balls and a strike. Nice breaking ball, fooled him, but just misses inside. 3 balls and a strike. And he lifts this one into just behind second base. Zuniga, the shortstop, going to come over for that one and puts that away. Pruskowski retired on the F6. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Miguel Asensao. And first offering from Martinez, a breaking ball, which screws off the end of the bat, foul. And fastball just misses down and away, evens the count at 1-1. And Asensao swings through that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another breaking ball from Martinez. This time it does catch the plate. And Asensao goes down looking for the second out. And that's going to bring up the second baseman, Aidan Hines. First pitch to Hines is down and misses. Hines also played in the Under-18 European Championships tournament here in Ashbourne, but for the Irish team. That pitch misses. Count goes to 2-0. Hines also just back from the Netherlands last week, where he attended a baseball camp for 5 days. So this young man getting plenty of baseball. Bottom 3 in the order for the Giants, all under 18 players. That one lifted behind first base. It's touched and dropped by the first baseman. A little bit of confusion between the umpires as to whether that was a fair ball or not. But seemed to be called fair by the first base umpire. Position of the player, of course, doesn't matter if the ball is touched when it's over fair territory. When it's first touched, then it is a fair ball. So Martinez doesn't seem to be too happy with the call, but that is ruled a fair ball, and Hines is going to be aboard. So runner on first now with 2 away. That brings up the top of the order, the center fielder David Lynn. That one also misses, so 2 balls now on Lynn. And now breaking ball at the top of the zone is fouled back. 2 balls and 1 strike. And high fastball hit hard down the right field line, but that's going to drift foul. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes on Lynn. He's got Aidan Hines as the base runner on first base with 2 away, and it's a 1-1 ball game. And breaking ball misses, gets away from the catcher, but Hines at first didn't react in time, and he misses his window to advance to second base. So he's going to stay where he is. Count now full on Lynn, who walked and scored a run in the first inning. Martinez goes at him there, but that one's fouled away. Count remains 3-2. And this one's lifted into right near the foul line. That's going to drop. Hines round second, heading for third. Lynn's on his way to second. Hines coming around third, but going to hold him. Now he seems to be caught in indecision and going to be tagged out at the plate. So that is the third out. Double for Lynn goes a begging as Hines is tagged out at the plate, coming around from first base. And the score remains 1-1. We're going to go to the top of the third. So we go to the top of the third and top of the order for the Hurricanes. The shortstop, Manrique Zuniga, coming up. Mitchell on the mound, got out of the last inning with 14 pitches, which is more to his liking. Zuniga walked in the first inning on an 8-pitch at bat. Mitchell's first offering to him is a fastball off the plate for ball one. Swing and a miss at the fastball for the second pitch. That evens it up at 1-1. Breaking ball misses down and away. 2-1. Fastball just up that time. 3 balls and a strike now. Mitchell falling behind. And And Zuniga grounds this one up the middle. Pruskowski at short is not going to get there. And he's aboard with a lead-off single. It's going to bring up Jair Palomera, the center fielder, struck out in his first at bat. And fastball just misses there. Runner goes. A little bit complacent from the catcher there, and he's going to make it over to second base on the pass ball. Next pitch down and away. 2 balls and no strikes on Palomera. And this one is lifted deep into left. That's well over the left field. It's going to drop into the corner. Run comes round from third. He's going to score. And Palomera is trying to stretch it for the triple. He's going to get in there into third base with an RBI. So the Hurricanes take the lead once again, 2-1. And Martinez, the pitcher, coming up to bat now. He has a runner on third with nobody out. And first pitch breaking ball lifted straight up and straight back. Pruskowski didn't pick it up, and that's going to drop for strike 1. Moreno at third, playing even with the bag. Infield generally playing pretty short. And this one fouled away down at his feet. So that's 2 strikes now on Martinez. Hit a double in the first inning off a bit of a hanging curveball from Mitchell. Fastball misses down and away there. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Martinez. Goes at him with the fastball there. That's fouled away off Pruskowski's helmet. Count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. misses down and bounces. Good pick by Pruskowski to keep the runner at third base. Evens count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that one misses down. Full count now. Fastball jams him up a little bit. He pops it up. First baseman Gallagher Hall going to take care of that one and manages to retire Martinez and keep the runner at third. That's one away. Going to bring up the third baseman Erasmo Tristan. So Hurricanes leading 2-1 here in the top of the third, with a runner on third with 1 out. And breaking ball in the dirt for ball 1. Pruskowski keeps it in front of him, keeping the runner at third. Tristan got aboard in the first on an error by the second baseman. And the fastball there is foul tipped into the glove. Evens count at 1-1. Breaking ball from Mitchell has him fooled there, swinging early on that one, and that's going to take the count to ball and 2 strikes. And that one gets by, but the runner at third is going to hold on. And the count goes to 2-2. That one's down and off the catcher's foot, but it stays in front. Again, the runner's going to hold. That takes the count full now on Tristan. That one got a piece of Pruskowski. He's going to walk it off. Fastball hit pretty solidly, but foul. Count stays at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And breaking ball lifted into center field. That is going to get over Lynn, and that's going to score the run from third, and Tristan into second base with the double. So the Hurricanes extend the lead to 3-1. Going to bring up the left fielder, Harvey Johnson, who struck out looking in his first plate appearance. And Johnson takes the fastball outside for ball one. And he swings through the high fastball, evening the count at 1-1. And fastball misses high and outside now. 2 balls and a strike on Johnson. Runner in scoring position for him. And that one gets by Bruskowski. Runner's going to advance on the pass ball, and a 3-1 count now on Johnson. And check swing, but he went around, and Johnson is tagged out. That's 2 down now. It's going to bring up Caballero, the right fielder. 2 away and a runner at third base. First pitch swinging at the fastball, skies it up in the air in the infield. First baseman Gallagher Hall's going to take care of it. And the Hurricanes are retired, but not before they do some more damage and put up 2 runs off 2 doubles and a single in the inning. So they lead 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the third. So the Hurricanes here in the Irish League are currently positioned at the bottom of the table with a record of 2-7 so far this season. The Giants sitting in a joint second position on a 3-5 record. So Giants chasing 2 as they come up in the bottom of the third now. Leading off is going to be the first baseman, Fionn Gallagher Hall. So Martinez starts him off with a ball down and in that misses for a ball one. And that one also misses. 2 balls and no strikes now on Gallagher Hall. And Martinez misses away again. 3 balls. And Gallagher Hall swinging on 3-0, lifts one into shallow right field, and he's going to be aboard with a lead-off single. That's going to bring up the catcher, Damian Pruskowski. He walked his first time up at bat, as did the top 3 in the order for the Giants. And he swings and misses at the first high and tight offering from Martinez. And there goes Gallagher Hall from first, pitches a called strike, and he's going to be safely in at second base with a stolen base. But Pruskowski falling behind here, 0-2. And the breaking ball stays high on Pruskowski. Takes the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. And little check from Martinez at second, trying to keep Gallagher Hall as close as he can. And little jam shot is flied out to the second baseman from Pruskowski. Disappointed with that. And there's 1 away. It's going to bring up the pitcher, Patrick Mitchell, with a runner in scoring position and 1 away. See if he can help himself out here. And he smashes this one. It hits the bag at third base, so that's a fair ball. He's going to score Gallagher Hall from second base, and Mitchell is around to second with a stand-up RBI double. So the Giants bring it back to within 1 run. Hurricanes now leading 3 runs to 2. Going to bring up the third baseman, Miguel Moreno, with Patrick Mitchell in scoring position at second base. First pitch from Martinez misses high and in for ball 1 on Moreno. And that one also missing high and away. 2-0. And this one grounded over on the right side. The second baseman has it, fires across to first. That's going to get Moreno out at first. Mitchell advances round to third on the play. And he's in there with 2 outs. That brings up Deering, the left fielder. Mitchell at third base, 3-2 ball game, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Deering with an opportunity to tie up the ball game here. And he grounds that one over to Zuniga at short, comes up firing, and they get him at first base on the 6-3 putout, and the run is not going to count there. Score remains Hurricanes 3, Giants 2 at the end of the third. Mitchell with another long inning in the third, allowing 2 runs and throwing 29 pitches in that inning. And he's going to face the bottom 3 of the order here in the top of the fourth. Reynaldo Rivas, the second baseman, going to lead it off. And first pitch is outside for ball one. And second pitch, same spot, same result. 2-0. Mitchell brings this one in enough to catch the corner. This time, 2 balls and 1 strike. But missing again outside. 3-1. And that one is up high. So that's a lead-off walk to Rivas. Going to bring up Dave Grierson now, who struck out swinging in his first time at bat. And Mitchell starts him off with a fastball down for ball one. And that one is down again. 2 balls and no strikes. That one is up for ball 3. Quick attempted back pick by Bruskowski at first, but it's safe. And that one missing up and in. So Mitchell struggling a bit with his command here in the fourth. Has walked the first 2 batters. So runners on first and second with nobody out. Going to bring up the catcher Emilio Calvo. So runners on first and second here with nobody out in the top of the fourth. Hurricanes leading by a score of 3-2. Breaking ball misses for ball one. Fastball right on the corner there, evens it up at 1-1. And runners advance there on the wild pitch. Two balls and 1 strike now on Calvo. And next pitch, fastball catches the corner, evens it up at 2-2. And this one fouled away, gets a piece of The home plate umpire, Kevin Mitchell, just above the mast there. Umpire seems to have cut his head and is bleeding. Trying to patch him up. Looks like the umpires are going to switch positions here. Felipe is going to take over as the home plate umpire. Not sure yet if Kevin Mitchell is going to continue to take position in the field or if he'll be exiting the game. They're still working on him. So it looks like Kevin Mitchell is going to leave the game with the head wound and possible concussion, so he won't be taking further part. Felipe takes over the umpiring duties at the plate, and he'll umpire the remainder of this game solo. So Mitchell just taking a few warm-up pitches here. We'll be ready to resume in a moment. So 2 balls and 2 strikes, the count on Calvo. And Calvo tries to do the same thing to Felipe, but he manages to dodge the bullet. And the count remains at 2-2. Runners on second and third now with nobody away here in the top of the fourth. Mitchell switches to the breaking ball, and that's just foul, tipped out of the glove, so foul ball. Count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mitchell tries the breaking ball again. That's in the dirt. Gets away from Pruskowski, but not far enough for the runners to advance. And we'll do it yet again. Still 2-2. Hurricanes doing a good job of eating up the pitch count on Mitchell. And that seems to be ball 4. So that's going to load him up with nobody out gets us back to the top of the order with Zuniga, the shortstop. Mitchell starts him off with a fastball is fouled away out of play. Zuniga has walked in the first inning and got a single to lead off the third inning. And nice breaking ball for a called strike there from Mitchell. 0-2. Goes with the breaking ball again down there, but that's chopped foul. So we'll do it again. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Bases loaded with nobody out. Mitchell tries to tempt him with the high fastball, but he's not biting. Goes high again, 2-2. Oh, and this ball is thrown out into center field, and a run from third is going to score. The other 2 hold their ground. So that takes it to Hurricanes 4, Giants 2. Still nobody out here. And that one just misses to run the count full on Zuniga. And this one is lifted foul. Pruskowski on the run, but can't get there. That one's going to drop for a foul. And we'll do it again. Still a full count on Zuniga. Runners on first and second with nobody out. And a high fastball. Mitchell loses him there, and he goes down to first base with a walk, and that is going to load him up. And Mitchell in some real trouble here. Base is still loaded and nobody out. Fionn Gallagher hauled the manager in to talk to Mitchell, but he's going to stick with him for the moment. And he deals to Palomera, who fouls it off out of play for strike 1. Infield for the Giants, playing pretty shallow. Breaking ball in there for a called strike, so that's 0-2 now on Palomera. That one lifted high and foul again behind the plate, and Truskowski unable to get there. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes on Palomera. And the fastball just missing off the outside corner there. That's 1 ball and 2 strikes. And this one grounded up the middle, double play ball, but under the glove of the shortstop, and that's going to score 1, and everybody's safe on the error. That's a tailor-made double play ball, which could have put the Giants into much better shape, but now they still have to deal with bases loaded and nobody out for the pitcher Jose Martinez. And this one gets away. It's going to go back to the screen. Runner from third is coming. Mitchell in to cover the plate. Throws high and he can't get it. And the runner is going to be safe. Other 2 advance to second and third. That's ball 1 on Martinez. And 3 runs have now come across in the 4th, with still nobody out. Runners on second and third. And Mitchell's pitch count getting quite high now. So Martinez swings through the fastball. And swings through the next one too, so that's 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Martinez. Rain's starting to come down again here in Ashbourne. Fastball missing off the outside there. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he swings through the outside fastball there. Strike 3 on Martinez. So finally 1 away here in the top of the 4th. It's going to bring up the third baseman, Erasmo Tristan. Still runners on second and third. But Gallagher Hall has seen enough, and that is going to do it for Mitchell. He calls on the right fielder, Miguel Asensao, to take over the pitching duties. Looks like Pruskovsky is going to go to right field, and Mitchell's going to take over at shortstop.
They changed. Feature short, short, right, right feature. You okay, my friend? Yeah. What's the mask? What's Spain now? No.
So the rain coming down pretty heavily now here in Ashbourne as Aston South takes over the pitching duties from Patrick Mitchell, who had a 107 pitch outing, which only saw him through to the fourth inning. So Tristan is put on to first base, and that brings up Johnson. Swings at the first high fastball for a strike. Breaking ball in the dirt there, blocked by Pruskovsky, keeps the runner at third. And Johnson drives this up the middle, gets past Mitchell and into center field. And that's going to score two. And Johnson's aboard with on the error. First pitch is up and in on Caballero for ball one, and the runner from second, Tristan, takes third on the play. So runners at the corners now with one away. And Caballero fouls away this inside fastball for count moving to 1-1. And runner goes on the pitch, pulls Mitchell towards second base and leaves a hole that Caballero drives the ball through. He's going to score the runner from third on the single to left field. And the Giants' woes continue as the Hurricanes have batted around here in the top of the fourth. That's going to get us back to Rivas, the second baseman, who grounded out to the first baseman in the first and then walked, or in the second, and then walked in the fourth. That pitch is in the dirt. Johnson going. Throw to third is on the foul side and they can't make the tag. So he's going to be in at second, and Caballero, or he's going to be in at third. Caballero advances to second, also on the play. That one catches the inside corner for a strike on Rivas. And breaking ball missing way outside in the dirt, but doesn't get away far enough from Bruskowski to advance the runners. They're going to hold at second and third. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Rivas. And ground ball to short there, runner right in front, and that ball goes through the 5-hole. And another run is going to score. Caballero goes into second on the throw that went to the plate. This one's lifted into center field. Lynn is under it, and he's going to make the catch, and that's the second out. First pitch, strike on Calvo. And that one goes back to the backstop. Runner's going to advance on the wild pitch over to third base. So runner on third, 2 away here, but an absolute nightmare inning for the Giants, with 8 runs already across for the Canes in this inning. And that one is fouled up and away and out of play. This one's grounded over to third, gets under the glove of Moreno. Mitchell stops it, but the runner from third is going to score, and Mitchell has no play. So Calvo's in at first base with the RBI single. So 12-2 now, the score for the in favor of the Hurricanes. And that's going to get them back to the top of the order with Zuniga. And he gets plunked right in the back with the first pitch, so he's going to make his way up to first base, which pushes Calvo over to second. Going to bring up So Jair Palomera, the center fielder, coming up to bat now. He's got runners on first and second with 2 away here. And Asensao starts him off with a fastball that's fouled back to the screen for strike 1. And now little nubber back to the pitcher, and he's going to fire across to first base and takes care of Palmyra for the third out. And that finally ends the nightmare inning for the Giants. The Hurricanes put 9 across, so they're now leading 12-2 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. So Martinez still on the hill now for the Hurricanes. Ronan Bruskovski going to lead it off for the Giants, and they are chasing 10 runs here, so in a big hole and going to need some base runners. This is a 7-inning game because of the doubleheader. They're playing 2 sevens today, so there is a mercy rule of 10 runs after the 5th inning. We're in the bottom of the 4th here. And first pitch misses down. Next one is yanked foul down the third baseline. Evens the count at 1-1. That pitch in the dirt. Bruskovski holds up on it. 2 balls and a strike now. And again in the dirt. 3 balls and 1 strike. And this one right down the middle, swing and a miss. That's going to run the count full on Bruskovski. Martinez goes at him again. He dumps this one into left field for a single, so Bruskovski is going to be on. A leadoff base runner for the Giants, which is exactly what they need if they're to make any inroads on this 10-run lead by the Hurricanes. That's going to bring Asensao to the plate, the pitcher, now for the Giants. Martinez going right at him. He swings through that for strike 1. Breaking ball this time. Bruskovski's going, but it's fouled back by Asensao. So he's going to have to return to first base. Count goes to 0-2. And this one is lifted high into left field. Left fielder going back. He's not going to get there. It's over his head. Bruskovski had to hold on a little bit to see if that would be caught, but he's still going to make his way round to third. But he is going to get tagged out at the plate. Asensao into second base with the double. But that is some questionable base running there with a 10-run deficit. And that is 1 out. And Asensao now at second base. So that's going to bring up Aidan Hines, the second baseman, with a runner on second base and one away. First pitch high to Hines. And the second pitch also misses up, and that's count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Martinez goes right at him this time. That's fouled away by Hines for two balls and 1 strike. Runner on second with 1 out, and the Giants trailing by 10. And this one spoiled again by Hines. And that's going to even the count at 2-2. And that one misses up to run the count full. And that one just catches the inside corner, and Hines is rung up on that one. He goes down looking for the second out of the inning. That'll get us back to the top of the order with David Lynn, the center fielder. Runner in scoring position for him with 2 outs. Martinez starts him off with a breaking ball that he swings through for strike 1. Lynn has walked in the first inning and hit a double. He grounds this one on the right side. Rivas over. He's going to make the play at first, and that takes care of the Giants in the 4th. We go to the 5th with the Giants trailing by 10. It's Hurricanes 12, Giants 2.
Have your brain here. What?
So Asensao resumes his job on the hill here for the Giants as we go to the fifth. Had a very good pitching outing in the recent Ashbourne tournament, where he faced the President's 9, retired 7 in a row. So Jose Martinez is going to lead it off for the Hurricanes in the top of the fifth. They're looking to add to their 10-run lead here. And first pitch inside for ball one. That one misses up. 2 balls and no strikes now on Martinez. Three balls and no strikes now on Martinez. And that one is right down Broadway for a called strike. 3-1. But he loses him there with an outside pitch, and the Hurricanes have their leadoff base runner aboard with a walk. It's going to bring up the third baseman, Erasmo Tristan. And Tristan is first pitch swinging on the fastball from Asensao, but fouls it away, out of play. Giants can ill afford any further runs for the Hurricanes here, as they're looking down the barrel of a mercy rule here in the fifth. That one's chopped foul. No balls and 2 strikes now on Tristan. He's tempted by that one, but it misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Breaking ball misses there outside. Goes right at him here. That's driven out into left past the diving shortstop. That's going to be a single. Advances Martinez over to second base. as Tristan is aboard. That's going to bring up Harvey Johnson, the left fielder, who has struck out twice and got aboard on an error by the shortstop in the fourth. And there are runners on first and second with nobody out for Johnson. First pitch fastball, he fouls up and away, out of play. And this one gets back to the screen, and the runners are going to advance. And nice block there by Pruskowski to keep the runners where they are at second and third. 2 balls and 1 strike now, the count on Johnson. And he stuffs that one in there for strike 2. 2 and 2. And Johnson lifts this one up and foul, and Pruskowski runs out of room, so that's out of play. Count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That pitch is yanked foul down the third base line, just wide of the bag. And we'll do it again. I think the count is actually full on Johnson. And this one lifted high and foul again, but just out of play again. So 8th pitch of the at-bat for Johnson. And Asensao deals high, so that's a walk issue to Johnson. That's going to load up the bases with nobody out for the right fielder, Joseph Caballero. First pitch is down in the dirt for ball 1. That one catches the inside corner for a called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. And that one chopped foul on the third base line. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to count on Caballero. Bases loaded, nobody out. Nice breaking ball there, chop foul again. So the count remains at 1-2. And that one's wide and back to the screen, but the runners are going to remain where they were. Count is evened up now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And this one grounded to short, but it's going to get by again and into that field. Run's going to score. And the rest of the runners hold. So Hurricanes stretch their lead to 11. And bases are still loaded with nobody out. And first pitch to Rivas is down. Puskowski keeps it in front. And that's ball 1. And that one is fouled away. That evens the count at a ball and a strike. Asensao stuffs that one in for a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nice breaking ball there, swing and a miss. And that is going to take care of Rivas on the strikeout. That's 1 away. That brings up Dave Grierson, the first baseman. Still with bases loaded. 1 out. And it looks like the Giants are going to make a pitching change here. The center fielder, David Lynn, coming in to take over the pitching duties. Patrick Mitchell is going to move out to center field. And Asensao going to move back over to shortstop. So David Lynn taking over at pitcher now. They've got bases loaded and one out, trailing by 13-2. And Lynn starts Grierson off with a fastball for a called strike. And he deals high for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Breaking ball gets away from high there. 2 balls and a strike now to Grierson. He goes at him with the fastball. Grierson fights it off foul. That's going to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So picked up there, and only out's going to be at second base. So run scores, and they're left with runners at the corners on the fielder's choice. That's going to bring up the catcher, Calvo. Now 2 down. Runners at the corners. And runner advances to second on that pitch on the defensive indifference. And that one is in for a called strike, evens the count up at 1-1. This one is fouled away. Evens count to 2 balls, 2 strikes on Calvo. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runners at second and third with 2 away. Lynn drops down sidearm, goes head hunting. Calvo manages to get out of the way. The ball doesn't get away far enough for the runners to advance. They hold where they are. Count goes full on Calvo, 3-2. And Lynn goes right at him with the heater, swing and a miss. And Calvo is retired for the third out. And they get out of that jam, but not before allowing 2 more runs to come across. So that leaves them now chasing 3 to stay alive here in the bottom of the 5th.
Just defense. It's just defense. The difference is more than. It's just. Thank you.
So we go to the bottom of the 5th now, and the Giants are trailing 14-2. So they're looking down the barrel of a mercy defeat here, unless they can score 3 runs here in the bottom of the 5th to keep this game alive. Fionn Gallagher Hall, the first baseman, is going to lead it off for them. Martinez starts him off with a breaking ball. This one's lifted into left, going back on it, and it's going to get over the left fielder. And Gallagher Hall is going to make his way around to second base with a leadoff double. As the rain starts coming down quite heavily here. Likely just a shower, but if this keeps up for long, they're going to have to bring the tarps out so the field doesn't get into unplayable condition too quickly. But Gallagher Hall aboard with the leadoff double into left field. Brings up Pruskowski. First pitch goes back to the screen, but Gallagher Hall holds his ground. This one driven hard out into right, but that's going to trail foul and out of play. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. And the rain suddenly getting heavier. That pitch is down for a ball. The rain coming down very heavily now. And a little nubber, Gallagher Hall caught in between. They're going to get him in a pickle. And they are going to eventually chase him down. He is called out over there at third base. And Pruskowski makes his way around to second in all the confusion. He's aboard with the fielder's choice. That's going to bring Patrick Mitchell to the plate. He got aboard in the first on the fielder's choice and then got a double to left in the third. And first pitch to him is high and tight for a ball. And second pitch also high for ball two. And they're going to look to change the baseball here. Difficult conditions to pitch in with the rain coming down very heavily now. And 2 balls and no strikes to count on Patrick Mitchell. And that offering from Martinez misses in, and the count goes to 3-0. Looks like the showers passing and the rain letting up as Martinez deals outside and walks Mitchell on 4 straight. So he goes down to first base, and that's going to bring up the third baseman, Miguel Moreno. So runners on first and second now for the Giants with 1 away, and they need to score 3 runs in this inning to keep the game alive. And the first pitch to Moreno is fouled away. for strike one. And this one driven foul and out of play on the right side. So Moreno falls behind now 0-2. So Martinez deals. This one driven hard in the gap in right centre. That is going to find the grass. Gets through. Is going to score one. And Mitchell gets around to third. Pruskovsky scores on the play. So it's an RBI single for Moreno. And that's going to bring up Deering. Runners at the corners now for him with one away. Moreno at first base represents the stay alive run for the Giants to avoid the mercy rule here in the fifth. First pitch to Deering missed for ball one. Grounds this one in the hole. Going to try to take the play at second, but that's thrown into right field. And Moreno is going to hustle round to third. Deering is aboard on the error. Another run scores, so Moreno now 90 feet away from keeping the Giants alive. Ronan Pruskovsky comes up to the plate now. Runners at the corners with one away. Just needs to do enough to score Moreno from third to keep the game alive. First pitch to him misses off the outside. So 1 ball and no strikes. Deering going on the pitch. It's inside and he's into second base. 2-0 the count on Pruskovsky now. Runners on second and third with one away. And that one is in there for a called strike on the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike now. And breaking ball misses down. 3-1. pitch a called strike. Bruskowski thought he had ball 4, but he's going to have to come back and face another pitch here as the count runs full. This time Martinez misses and he's going to make his way up to first base. That's going to load them up for Asensao. And he swings and misses at the first pitch. Now breaking ball floats in there for strike 2. So Asensao down on strikes for the second out. And that brings up Hines with 2 away, and the Giants still fighting for their lives here. So bases loaded, Moreno still at third base, representing the stay alive run for the Giants, currently trailing by 10. And Hines chops this one foul down the third base line. Breaking ball misses. Count goes to 3 balls and a strike. And this one lifted into center field. Center fielder is under it. And that is going to do it, and that takes care of the Giants, and they go down by mercy rule. Final score: Hurricanes 14, Giants 4. We'll be back in about half an hour with game 2.